often invite strangers from the internet into my bedroom, but when I do, it's because I'm reviewing a mattress. In this case, I recently got the Helix Midnight Luxe, which is what I am laying on right now and what I will be continuing to lay on for a very long time. I'll take you through everything there is to know about my experience with this mattress, including what the unboxing and the setup was like, because even though this is a hybrid mattress, so this has layers of foam, but also a layer of like coils, it does arrive boxed. It's a very heavy box, but I'll take you through what the process was like when we took it out of the box, unrolled it from the packaging, and actually got it set up, just so you know what to expect. And then, of course, I will also take you through everything you need to know about my experience and why I recommend this mattress and who I recommend it to the most, because it's not necessarily going to be perfect for every person, everybody's, sleeping preferences and positions. Overall, first impressions, I think this is the most comfortable mattress that we've ever slept on. And of course, I'll tell you why. This is what it looks like in the box. All right, it's out of the box, but we are ready to unwrap and unroll. All right, now we're fully unboxed. This is what it looks like, and it's gonna have to sit for a couple of hours to fully puff up. As you can see, like right where it was folded in the middle. The great thing about this and what made it nice and easy to move was the fact that there are really thick handles on either side. So moving it, turning it around, adjusting it is really, really easy. But yeah, this is what it looks like so far, and we'll be testing this out soon. Now, especially for side sleepers, the way that this conforms to your body, I think is ideal. And I'm gonna do a demonstration here, so I'm holding my mic just so I'm not, losing it in the mattress, but just to kind of show you about the support. So I'm laying on my side right now, and I can feel the softness of the mattress sort of, conforming to my shape, but I'm not sinking in hardly at all. It almost feels like you're sort of floating on top of it, but in a way that's still soft and comfortable. It's more of a medium firm feel, which is perfect for me and for a lot of people. And I think couples especially will benefit from having a mattress that sort of meets them both in the middle, especially when they sleep in different positions. Now, I'm usually a stomach sleeper most of the time, and my husband typically sleeps on either his side or his back. I would say he's about 50-50 split between the two. The Helix Midnight Luxe supports both of us in the positions that we prefer to sleep in the most. And I know that full-time stomach sleepers might be a little hesitant about the Helix Midnight Luxe. When I sleep, I would say I spend probably 75% of my time on my stomach or my side. I typically sleep in that mountain climber pose, which I will try to demonstrate for you. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna set my mic down and we'll see. So this is the way that I normally sleep. I guess a lot of people call that mountain climber pose. I don't actually climb mountains, but apparently I look like I do when I sleep. So I'm mostly on my stomach, little bit on my side, but the bulk of my weight is sort of pressing against my left hip and my stomach right now. I don't sleep flat like this. This is really uncomfortable actually, but even laying flat on my stomach, my body still feels really cradled. I'll be honest, my boobs are kind of in the way and I'm not really loving this. But as far as like back support and, stomach and hip support, it does feel good from that perspective. I'm not really loving it on my neck though, so I'm gonna get up. And laying on my back, I can feel the way the mattress, like the pillow top, meets my lower back, like it rises up to meet my lower back. So I feel supported all the way from my shoulders down to my toes. A big part of the reason why we opted to change our mattress in the first place was the mattress that we had was pure memory foam, and it was fine for the first while. I think we've only had it for maybe about a year and a half. It hasn't been that long. And it was fine in the beginning, but over time, especially for my husband, he was noticing a lot more back pain. And again, he's typically a side and back sleeper, and it just wasn't working well for him. So, in doing research and looking at what types of mattresses would be the best fit, hybrid mattresses came up again and again because they pair that memory foam with a coil layer for support. And so I started thinking, well, maybe that's something that we should try. And I'm glad that we did because it really has made a big difference in the way that he is sleeping, especially. I was relatively comfortable enough on the memory foam, but this is still 1,000 times better than that. Now, the Helix Midnight Luxe is especially well suited to people who sleep on their sides because of the extra support through the coils, through the foam. It keeps your spine aligned. So when you're sleeping on your side, especially, you feel that pillow top cushioning against your body from, your shoulders all the way down to your feet, but especially through your shoulders and hips, there is extra support. And that just keeps everything aligned a lot better when you're sleeping. And when you're sleeping on your back, there is a lot of support, especially through your lower back. It's sort of like the pillow top will kind of come up and meet your lower back, and you just are supported again at the shoulder level and hip butt level to where you just feel like you're sort of floating on the surface of something really comfortable. This isn't a super soft bed where you sink deeply into it. You do sink slightly because the pillow top, it does have a lot of give here, but then you're supported by the coils from beneath, and that just keeps you comfortably supported all night long. And again, I am a stomach sleeper and I can sleep on this bed really, really comfortably. But like you saw, I'm not a flat on my stomach sleeper. That the fact that people sleep in that position mystifies me personally, but if that works for you, hey, it works for you. But sleeping on my stomach and side the way that I do, this has been perfectly comfortable. I think the support from the coils, but also that pillow top, make stomach sleeping really comfortable. Again, if you sleep flat on your stomach all the time, your mileage might vary with this particular model. You might need a bed that is either a little softer or firmer, but at least for the positions that my husband and I sleep in, it's ideal. The very first night that we slept in the Helix Midnight Luxe, my husband got into bed, and I'm actually sitting on his side of the bed, but he climbed into bed and settled in on his side, and he was making these little happy grunting noises that sounded like there was something else happening over there. He was just really, really comfortable, and he was blown away by the amount of support, but the comfort of it. And this was just on the first night. This wasn't even, after any sort of a break-in period or anything. Now, when we set up the mattress, we set it up somewhere around 3 in the afternoon or so, give or take. And then we didn't go to bed until probably around midnight, is usually when we go up. So once this was unboxed and set up, it was just left alone for several hours. And when you set this up, you do want to let it go for at least 2 hours, but I personally feel like the longer you can leave it sit and rest and sort of expand, the better. And in our case, that 3 o'clock to midnight window was perfect. And over time, as the weeks passed, I really didn't notice a breaking in period. I know a lot of people have talked about how, any new mattress has a breaking in period, and especially mattresses that arrive in a box. I could be oblivious to this, it's entirely possible, but I never noticed a breaking in period. I never noticed a difference in the way the Helix Midnight Luxe felt from night 1 to night 21. But again, that could just be my perception of things. I can be oblivious in my daily life. That's been known to happen. Just ask my family. But, at least from a comfort perspective, I never really noticed much of a difference. One thing that I personally noticed the first night that we slept in this bed, I typically sit up reading most nights. I'll, come up and I'll read on my Kindle just so I don't have to have the lights on. But the support, even in a sitting position on this bed, is next level, especially compared to the old memory foam mattress that we had. When I sit in this mattress, there is a lot of support, and I'm sitting on the edge right now. And that's one thing that's really great about the Helix Midnight Luxe is there is extra edge support. So when you're sitting on the edge of the bed, you're not sinking down. You're not sinking. It doesn't dip. It's like a really comfy chair, basically. So sitting in bed and reading for a while, with our old mattress, I used to shift my position a lot while I was reading. I would, sit with my legs out and kind of crossed, and then I would shift and sit on one side, shift and sit on another side, and I would kind of like, I don't know, every 5 minutes sort of move around because it just wasn't completely comfortable, especially like on my lower back and my legs. I would get kind of restless. With this mattress, when I'm sitting in bed reading, I'm supported in a way that I wasn't used to, and I guess I didn't realize it was a way that I could be supported in, especially, sitting in bed like that. So right away, my first night sleeping in this bed, that was one of the biggest things that I noticed. When I went to go to sleep and I laid down in my usual mountain climber position, I was really, really comfortable. And I'm somebody that normally, it takes me a hot minute to fall asleep. My husband, he's out in like 30 seconds, and I often look at him and wonder why I can't be like that. I just remembered thinking the first night that I slept in this bed, how comfortable I was, and I was blown away by how soft the pillow top was against my body and how supported I felt. And that's really the last thing I remember, because I know I fell asleep quickly, which is not like me. And especially like there are some days, when I've been at work, I've got a lot of things on my mind, or just things that I want to do tomorrow, and trying to relax and fall asleep can be a challenge for me. I've noticed over time, since we've been sleeping on this mattress, that I'm falling asleep a lot more quickly in general. So that's great for me, for sure. Definitely great for my husband. And, day after day, he's waking up in the morning feeling refreshed. His body's not hurting. And it's made a really big difference for us. Now, there are pros and cons to consider if you're thinking about getting the Helix Midnight Luxe. Some of the biggest pros, of course, it offers excellent support for side and back sleepers. It's a medium firmness, so I feel like it's firmly in the middle between really, really soft and really, really firm. It's like the best of both worlds. The other great thing is that you do get a 120 night trial with any mattress from Helix, actually, not just the Midnight Luxe. You do get a nice long period of time to really try this out at home and see if you like it. And you can find Helix mattresses in person, to check them out in like mattress stores. But trying out a mattress in a store is not necessarily the same as trying it out at home. Because yeah, you can lay on a mattress in a store for a minute or two, or even 5 or 10, and kind of get a sense of what it might be like. But having the opportunity to actually sleep on it all night long night after night, you get a much better idea of whether or not it's really going to work for you. So I really do recommend taking advantage of the trial, as, especially if you're interested in it. And one thing about the Helix Midnight Luxe, there are different options to consider with this. The main mattress, like the standard mattress, comes with a tensile cover. Now we have the Glaciotex layer, but there's also an Ergo Align layer that's specifically designed for back sleepers. Now, we didn't get that because neither one of us sleeps on our back full time, but that is an option with the Helix Midnight Luxe. And there's also another cooling layer that you can get that's optional as well, that helps to draw body heat away from your body while you sleep. Now, the Glaciotex layer that I have on this mattress pulls heat away from the surface of the mattress. And this isn't something that actively cools. Like, it's not going to work like an 8 sleep or, a bed jet or something that like actively cools your bed while you're laying in it. It gets warm, like just from your body, but I have not noticed overheating. And I am somebody who deals with hot flashes. I'm, firmly going through menopause. And so for me, staying relatively cool is helpful overnight, and this mattress has not been overheating me at all. The only major cons with this particular mattress are that it comes boxed, which if you have a dolly, that's easy enough to move, even if you're moving it by yourself. But especially if you live alone and you have to take the mattress up to the second floor and you don't have a dolly, you are going to need to enlist help. This is a heavy mattress, like when it comes boxed, and it still blows my mind that the size of the box and then the size of the mattress that came out of it, two very different things. This is a queen size mattress, by the way, but it is heavy when it arrives in that box. So you'll probably need to have help. And if you are a full-time flat on your stomach sleeper, this may or may not be ideal for you. I do think that the pillow top is cushioned enough, but that might be something that you really need to try for yourself to know for sure. Overall, I'm really, really glad that we did take the plunge and upgrade our mattress, because the Helix Midnight Luxe has been the most comfortable and supportive mattress I think we've ever had, which is saying something because we've been married for 25 years. But every night when my husband goes to bed, he's comfortable. When he wakes up, he's well rested, not in pain, and definitely a lot happier than he was. And so am I, because we're both getting much better sleep than we were on our old memory foam mattress. And I think if you're in a situation where you're not getting decent rest because you're either not able to get comfortable or you're waking up with a lot of body pain, especially through your hips and your shoulders and your back, it's worth it to try the Helix Midnight Luxe, especially because you get that 120 night trial. That's the best way to know for sure if any mattress is going to work for you. And no matter what mattress you finally settle on in the end, you want to make sure that it's giving you comfort and support, ideally in equal measure.